These are the examples for Geometry B, Credit 2, Lesson 12.1. Lesson 12.1, we're going to be dealing a little more with similar triangles, and again, no pun intended, but kind of something similar to what we did in the previous lesson. All right, so we have similar triangles here, and in number 1, it says find the missing length. The triangles in each pair are similar. And so the triangles we're talking about are this triangle here, the little one, BQP, and then the big triangle, BCD. So we have the little triangle right on top of the big triangle. Again, something similar that we saw in the last lesson. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we'd solve this. So we want to set up a ratio with corresponding sides. So in the little triangle, this is 30 here. In the big triangle, now they just tell us this is x, so we don't have to add anything. So maybe even a little bit easier than what we did in the last lesson. So we, again, little triangle over big triangle, and then over here, the length of this side in the little triangle, 24, over the length in the big triangle, 48. All right, so once again, we have a proportion, which again, a proportion is just two fractions that are equal to each other. And the way we solve a proportion is by cross multiplying. So we have 24 times x, and then 30 times 48. We bring down that 24x, and then we're going to simplify that 30 times 48. 30 times 48 gives us 1,440. And then our last step, x is being multiplied by 24, so we're going to do the inverse, or think about what undoes multiplication, which is division, and we're going to divide 24 to both sides. Our final answer, we divide 1,440 by 24, and we get 60. And so the length of our missing side right here, for this side for the big triangle, is 60. Now, both problems 1 and 2, there's only a couple problems in this lesson. They're very, again, not trying to make a joke again, but they're very similar. And the only difference is, and sometimes it can feel a little confusing if the triangle's oriented a different way. And this time it's kind of turned what may look like in a different direction. But what we're going to do here, and notice here, it's the same numbers we had in the first example, but we're going to solve this again just using this a triangle that's oriented the same way it is in problem number 2. Just to show you how we set that up. All right, so now notice also we don't have to go little triangle to big triangle. So notice we can do this. We can go big triangle x over little triangle 30. Now we still have to stay with corresponding sides. So these two sides, SB and in the little triangle and SU in the big triangle correspond to one another. So we have x over 30. But we have to continue that same pattern of big triangle to little triangle. So down here, big triangle 48 to little triangle 24. Now, this setup looks a little bit different, but what you're going to see is that we're going to get the same answer. So let's go ahead and cross multiply. X times 24 is 24x. And then going this way, we have 30 times 48. And now we should start to see that, well, we have the same thing here. We already know that 30 times 48 is 1,440. And then our last step, x is being multiplied by 24, so we divide 24 to both sides. 24s cancel out. We bring down our x, and then as we already know from the last problem, 1,440 divided by 24 gives us a length of 60. And so our missing side here would be 60. So notice, again, it didn't matter if we went, as we did here, little triangle to big triangle, or as we did here, big side on the big triangle to side on the little triangle. What was important is that we're consistent. So, and what we mean by that is that if the side from the big triangle is in the numerator on top, then that has to be true for both fractions. So notice the 48, the side from the big triangle is on top over here. And then of course that we're dealing with corresponding sides. So the x and the 30, and then again, big triangle to little triangle, 48 over 24. We did the same thing here, just in, we went the other way. We went little triangle 30 to big triangle X, little triangle 24 to big triangle 48. So again, corresponding sides and consistency is the key to setting up proportions in similar triangles. You do that, you're careful with that, double check your work, and you're going to do great with the work. Also, as we always say, pause and rewind the videos as needed. I'm just going to step out of the way, so in case you want to pause and look at that, study the work a little bit more, you can. All right, so that's it for this lesson, kind of a little bit quicker one. So only 2 problems in this lesson. So that's it for the 12.1. Good luck with the work, and until the next video, take care and God bless.